onwards with district collectors and media indeed will become the partners in the national development. Let us study the database which is required to be collected as on May 2009 by next month. Media, I am giving you work for media. Okay, understood? Will you do it? What is the work? The present per capita income of all the citizens in that constituency. You take any 543 constituency, the present per capita income of all the citizens. Data on literacy level of the people, men and women. Data on all water bodies and their status in respect of desilting and interconnection of inlets and outlets. The core competence resources of the villages which will enable taking up the rural development project and provide value-added employment to all the citizens of the villages. The fourth one, present IMR, that is infant mortality rate, and MMR, maternity mortality rate of all the villages. Finally, the availability of safe drinking water and electricity to the number of families in the villages. This is what you have collected on 2009. Now 2014, what we can demand, people can demand the following. The database could become the basis for planning and action for all the development tasks of the district as soon as the MPs are elected with 5-year target 2009 to 2014 in front of them. And the MPs, what you write, you will be in front of them. What you are going to write, the type of performance people of particular constituency can ask from the elected representatives are, number one, improving the per capita income of the constituency in 3 times. Per capita income, 3 times you have to increase. By 2014, you know, you have published today, in a month's time, 2009, what is the per capita income? Now you are asking him, 3 times you increase. Okay. Next one, increasing the literacy by at least 20% in respect of a male and 30% in respect of the female, and then making all the water bodies desilted. Now you are saying 2009, how many water bodies have not been desilted? Now 2014 you can ask, how many water bodies have been desilted and connected? And also would suggest reducing the IMR, infant mortality rate, and MMR to be less than 10 per 1,000. Now there are many districts, many villages, it is 50, 100, so 10 per 1,000, generating value-added employment opportunities to all the rural citizens and provision of safe drinking water status, electricity reaching every home. So friends, I am sure this will be the valuable input from the members of the media for providing focused performance of all the elected members of 543 constituencies of the country. Will you take this challenge? Will you take, yes or no? No? The way you are silent, it looks you will not take it. You will take, you will take. Okay, I am optimistic, you will take. Now I would like to discuss important media research. Media research very important. I have a suggestion particularly to the members of the media consisting of editors, journalists, correspondents and young reporters. In our country it is essential to have research wings in every newspaper system for developing media personnel in reporting news, event analysis and highlights. This research wing has been linked to media research in the academic institutions. This will enable our journalists to carry out original research on topics of national interest and provide solutions to medium and long-term problems. The owners of the newspapers should encourage research being carried out by experienced and young reporters for acquiring postgraduate qualifications which will improve the quality of content of the print media. A US journalist about outsourcing in India a US journalist stayed in India and studied the issue and found that the companies engaged in business process outsourcing BPO were carrying out business where 90% of the equipments were imported from USA and Europe. Thus they found that the BPO industries provided in India an indirect market for hardware industries of the USA and Europe. Immediately this was reported in Indian media in a big way. Similarly, a Discovery Channel media person wanted to study India's growth in information technology. You would have heard Thomas Friedman came to India, stayed for a month, visited Bangalore and other places. Based on his news analysis, he wrote a book titled The World is Flat. This book has become the famous not only in India but throughout the world. Such is the power of research. I want media, Indian media, to do research and powerful reporting. I would suggest our Indian newspaper agencies should encourage research be carried out by our young correspondents, journalists within India and abroad in academic research institutions, which will definitely improve in the excellence reporting and enhance the participation of the journalists in national development mission. Media of every nation has the responsibility of reporting the best of human accomplishment, progress made on important national events to the notice of the people. Friends, in conclusion, during the last few years, I have seen how India Vision 2020 has inspired the people, particularly youth of the nation, which has resulted in many taking up many missions directed towards Vision 2020. Now I recall a situation in 1990, beginning when I was interacting with the youth in Ahmedabad. One girl asked me a question, when I can sing a song of India. She asked me in 1990, Mr. Kalam, tell me when I can sing a song of India. At that time, her brother, who was in United States, was always talking about the best in United States. And this girl was sitting in India, was fed up about his brother's stories. And in her quest to find an answer, she asked me, when I can sing a song of India. How do I answer? I have explained about the Developed India Vision 2020 and told her that have a confidence, certainly you can sing a song of India by 2020, I told her. The same spirit echoed everywhere during that time. But the last few years, the good news, while interacting with the youth, I had seen a marked change in the thinking of the youth. They have always been asking me what I can give to the nation. I meet every month 100,000 students. So far, 5 million youth I have met. Now they are asking, they are always asking me, what can I give to the nation? That means youth are ready to contribute for the national development. Recently, during the last 6 months, I see a further change. They tell me, now young people, will you repeat with me? Young fellows, you are ready? Ready?
Yes, sir.
You will repeat?
Yes, sir.
I can do it.
I can do it.
Young fellows, I can do it.
I can do it.
We can do it.
We can do it.
And India will do it.
And India will do it.
Now, see that 540 million youth of the nation is ready to participate in the development process. They are aspiring to see the developed India before the year 2020. Members of the media can keep the motivation level of the youth by celebrating their success and become partners in the development of the nation. With these words, I inaugurate the Press Club of Chennai. My best wishes to all the members of the Press Club success in their mission of becoming media for the billion people. You will become the media for the billion people. Will you become?
Yes, sir.